What's going on, everybody? Jamie here from FMSCOUT. You guys have got to let me know in the comments if you're going to be taking over one of these teams. There's about a month and a half left until the FM21 beta might drop. There's plenty of time. Some of these are in the top leagues. And let's get right into it. Also, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. It helps so much. The first place we're coming to is Germany. And did you know, no capital Berlin team has ever won the Bundesliga? If you're from another nation other than Germany, that's a little bit strange, because if you imagine in London and you say no London team has ever won the Premier League, it's really strange. So there's an opportunity to one of you guys to take a team in the capital to actually go and win the Bundesliga. And with these three clubs, I've got three clubs for you that are in Berlin. And we're going to go with the easy mode, medium mode, and hard mode. So the first one would be Hertha Berlin. So the easy mode is Hertha Berlin. You can see this one should be generally quite easy, because if you look at the Bundesliga, you can see this club are predicted to finish around 9th place. So, but again, they still haven't won the Bundesliga, being from Berlin. It's pretty incredible. So even though I've just said no team has won the Bundesliga, it does say that they won the Bundesliga in 1930, 1931, but the Bundesliga didn't exist at that point. That was just the East and West Germany. So don't worry about that. They have still never technically won the Bundesliga. So this is your challenge, and you've got a lot of money. I mean, the value of the club, 182 million. You got Piatek, who's one of the best strikers on the game at finishing, 23 years old, a lot of potential, 24 million, but you'll need him in the next few years if you can keep hold of him. So a really good challenge. You've got amazing facilities, and just look at that stadium. It's absolutely incredible. 74,000 capacity. So yeah, can you take Hertha Berlin on the easy mode all the way to win the Bundesliga? On to the medium challenge now, and FC Union Berlin. These are currently predicted. They are in the Bundesliga, so you have got an opportunity from the first season, but these are predicted to finish 19th. They recently got promoted last season from the second Bundesliga, so it's going to be a bit of a mission. You know, it's a little bit harder than taking over the Hertha, but, you know, if you do want the medium challenge, you can then take over Union Berlin. The facilities, 3-star and 2.5 for the youth. Estimated 79 million. Your key player is on loan, unfortunately, from Wolfsburg. So you're going to have to do a bit of digging. And can you take these to win the Bundesliga in the first season? Maybe not, but can you do it in the next few years? Potentially. And look at this for a ground. All of it is terrace, apart from one side of the stadium. So it's absolutely incredible. With Union Berlin, you do have Neven Subotic, who you guys will recognise. He played for Dortmund. Just looking at any more notable players that I might recognise. In terms of the goalkeepers, the only player I really recognise is Subotic, to be honest. I don't recognise, you've got Felix Cruz as well, who's 28, I recognise him. And you've also got Sebastian Polter as well, who, yeah, is not bad either. So you've still got a bit of work to do. Of course, you're going to have to get a few better loans in, but your key player is your attacking midfielder. So you will need to generally use a tactic for an attacking midfielder. But, you know, there's a bit of money in Germany. You've got an opportunity to try and get that title. So let's move on to the hard challenge. Moving on to the hard challenge now, and Berliner FC Dynamo. So if you're wanting a little bit of a lower league save, you will need a database for this. I will leave the link in the description below, and this will include the Germany down to level 5. I believe these are level 4. You can see they are regional in terms of the rep. Very poor training facilities, only valued at 70k, but they do play in Berlin, as you can see. And try and pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. But your main player is Lucas. This guy has got pretty good finishing, to be honest. He's your main player. You know, the badge is really nice as well. I'm a big fan of badges, and that badge is really, really nice. I can't see the stadium, but yeah, it's going to be a challenge. In terms of their league, though, they are predicted to finish 4th place. So, you know, you've got a pretty good team. You should be able to get that promotion in the first season. Then it's just about rising up the leagues and eventually trying to get this team to win the Bundesliga. These are the record East German team as well. They won the league 10 times, which you can see right here between the following dates. So, you know, this has got some big history with this club. Despite them being so far down in the pyramid in Germany, I'd definitely give this a go. So you guys want a few facts, right, with these teams? Well, no team from East Germany has ever won the Bundesliga. Now is your opportunity to do that. And the first club is FC Hansa Rostock. These are in the 3rd Bundesliga. So if you're wanting a good challenge, then I would look at these definitely, because looking at the season preview, you can see right here, they are predicted to finish 5th place. So you could be in the 2nd tier very quickly. and it's a good club. You know, I mean, the name's amazing, to be fair. It's got a nice stadium, 30,000 capacity. You can see the key player is Pepic, who is not that great, but, you know, you guys are good at FM, right? So you should be able to get these to the top quite quickly. Then you've got to try and knock Bayern Munich off the top. So the first one, FC Hansa Rostock. If you don't quite fancy Hansa Rostock, you could also take over Energy Cottbus. Now, these are in Cottbus, Germany. You can see 22,000 capacity. The stadium is really, I'm a really big fan of this stadium. It just looks so nice. But you can see the club. Their club is valued at 4.71 million. Let's have a look where these are predicted to finish. So these are a little bit lower. They're predicted 12. So you need to be very careful. You can see on the right-hand side, these are generally the best players, and Pepic is the 5th best player in the league. So also you've got the Bayern Munich second team to worry about, but I'm not sure if they can get promoted or not. You can see I don't see anyone there for Energy Cottbus. So it's a challenge, definitely a challenge. And, you know, 4.7 million value, your key player being 36 years old. Pretty crazy. Okay, into the second Bundesliga now. Dynamo Dresden. Club valued at 56 million, a very, very big club. Look at the stadium, absolutely amazing. This club in the second Bundesliga are predicted to finish around 5th place. So, you know, you've got a really good team. You could be back in the Bundesliga, the first Bundesliga, from next season if you do well in the first season. Got some good players. You've got Chris Lowe, who, of course, you recognise from England when he played for Huddersfield in the Premier League. Very good team, you know. He's valued at 1.9 million. You've got some really good players. You've also got a bit of potential as well. Tefener is pretty good, a good midfielder. So, you know, the club is valued at 56 million, and it's not a small club. You can see, though, they have never won the Bundesliga, and they've actually got some good trophies. So you've got to take them that one step further. I think if there's any team that deserves your attention, it's probably FC Magdeburg in Germany. These actually won the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1974, beating AC Milan 2-0 in the final. They're the only Eastern German team to have ever won a European competition. So, you know, imagine doing that again with Magdeburg. A really interesting club. Obviously dropped down. They was in the 3rd Bundesliga, I believe, last season. We'll check in a second. You can see 13.75 million. If we go to the 2nd Bundesliga, let's see where they are. They actually, no, it wasn't last season. It was the season before. I know they was in the 3rd tier. But you can see they are predicted 19th. So this is your biggest challenge. Trying to survive in the 2nd Bundesliga while also trying to knock off Bayern Munich. Moving over to France now. FC Nantes. Currently great training facilities, great youth facilities, good reputation. A 38,000 capacity stadium as well. If we have a look where these are predicted to finish, you can see obviously PSG are going to be the tricky one, but you're predicted 11th. Now, this team, FC Nantes, is one of the most successful clubs in French football. Now, of course, since PSG have took over the title, you know, your mission is to try and get them another title because they have actually won the title 8 times. They've won 2 cups as well, numerous times. Claudio Makelele, Didier Deschamps, Marcel Desailly, all came from teams like FC Nantes. So you are going to have some good players hopefully come through your youth intake. We're going to Italy now. We are going to Palermo, one of probably the most popular saves I have ever seen when these got demoted to Serie D due to financial situations. It was a crazy time. Everybody was doing this save. And it's a team that is very successful. You can see the amount of trophies they've had in the bottom right. Absolutely crazy. I believe they are now in Serie D, though I can't actually click it for some reason. You may need a lower league database, or I just haven't loaded it. But so we can't see where they're predicted to finish. But it's a really good challenge. Like, look at the rep, look at the facilities. The value is 2.9 million. Roberto Crivello is your main player, who's a left back. You know, I don't need to talk about Palermo. They've got an amazing stadium, 36,000 capacity. Look at that background with that mountain on the background. It's just an incredible place. And they are on the way up. I believe they have mainly sorted out most of their financial situations. Again, I don't need to talk about it too much because you all know about Palermo and the situations that's happened. But trying to take them back to win a title would be an incredible achievement. All right, I said I wasn't going to go to Germany again, but we are going to come back to Germany because this team needs a mention. Hamburger SV. They're in the tier 2 at the moment, and they are the team that spent the longest in the top division until 2018. The team was relegated for the first time in their history. Over 100 years, they didn't get relegated from the Bundesliga until 2018. Like, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. They've won a few trophies, as you can see in the bottom right. But let's have a look where these are predicted to finish. Now, you can see, if we go to the season preview, they are predicted top. So they've got a very good team, an extremely good team, actually. So you should be getting that promotion. And look at that stadium. Absolutely incredible. Tim Leibold is your best player, who's a left back, left winger, or wing back, or attacking winger. Any of them, wherever you fancy playing him. But you have got a very good team, and you've also got amazing facilities. 4.5-star training facilities. You're pretty much set. Honestly, when you take over this team, you are pretty much set to just, get promoted and try and do well in the Bundesliga. They've even won the Champions League in 1983. And there's a team here that I don't see many people do saves with. So let me know in the comments if you've done a save with this team. Torino Football Club in Italy. Again, one of my favourite stadiums, actually. I'm a big lover of stadiums. But look how many times they've won the Serie A. A lot of times. 7 times they've won the TIM Cup. 5 times. A lot of trophies. A really good trophy cabinet. 27,000 capacity stadium. Amazing training. Amazing youth. On top of that, you have Belotti as your striker. One of the best strikers in the game. 27.5 million. You can see how many goals he's scored for Torino. Honestly, this team is really interesting because, as you can see, in Serie A right now, they are actually predicted to finish around 9th. Now, obviously Serie A is quite competitive with Juventus, Inter, Napoli, Lazio. It's a big challenge, but you've got to try and win them a Serie A title again. I know you can do it. So during the 1940s, Torino was probably classed as one of the strongest football sides of the period. But sadly, the entire team was killed in 1949 in an air disaster. So, there's a lot of history behind the club, some good, some bad. And, it's a really good challenge to try and get these back to the top and try and dominate the world football as they was doing, or dominate Italian football as they was doing in the 1940s. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's been Jamie. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to let me know in the comments if you're going to take over one of these teams, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.